Michael Figured, Conversations.
So I read a book actually. I have it with me. Make Time.
All right. Interesting.
You should read it from Jake Knapp and John Zeratski.
Make Time.
Make Time.
The same one that wrote the Sprints book.
Yeah, Design Sprint. So they're two guys, work for Google. Wow, but also they're just very passionate about organizing your life in a more, in a better way. And they do this in business. So they're like, if you want to do a project, they have a system to do this project, doing design sprints. But they also have a system for your life and I guess in this book, I'm just going to cheat a bit and look how many there are. So they have a system and they, also put the system in a nice structure. I think there's like 100 very practical tips they give to give yourself more energy and make your days just more pleasant. Give you more time, because the pressure of time is very often what gives people stress. So these are 100 tips of how to improve your timekeeping, how to make sure you deliver on time, how to make sure you enjoy your time with your family more, and how to make more time. And one of the tips was, don't drink black tea all the time. Drink black tea until a certain point, and then in the evening start drinking a green tea to give the perfect balance. They also have tips for coffee drink.
Then, or what's the reasoning behind it? Because of caffeine?
Yeah. So they say drink tea or coffee because they get into the neuroreceptors where your fatigue. I don't know how that works, but where your tiredness would go. So when you drink tea or coffee at the right time with caffeine or thein, it will help you to survive the day and to get over the boost. But if you drink caffeine in the evening, you're killing your body, you're giving yourself a jet lag, and the next day you will pay for it. And if you do this day by day by day by day, well, in the long term, you're just burning yourself out because you're not giving your body enough sleep.
Yeah, I think half-life of caffeine is something like 6 hours. So after 6 hours, like half of the potent part of the caffeine is out of your system, but still like half of it is still there. So I try to stop at about 5 p.m. Also try to do this at the office. I feel like that helped, because some people, they can just drink espresso just before bed and just sleep fine. But yeah, I mean, if you start doing that, then
it's probably because they're jet lagged. That's why they sleep. But the body's not liking it. Yeah. And that's what they say as well. I think around 5 o'clock is your last moment of the day. You can drink black tea or coffee that's very caffeinated. And,
have you tried out other rules from the book as well?
I have. Let me see if there's any good ones I should talk about right now. So the book is called Make Time. So one thing, like a key element of how they work is they say, people have so much to do, they don't get anything accomplished, right? So what they say is like, look, if you want to feel happy, just make sure that you pick one highlight every day, like the one thing you need to get done that day. And if you have succeeded in completing that highlight, you can be pleased with yourself, and then think about the next thing you're going to do the next day.
Does it need to be a big task, or can it be a small task as well?
It can be whatever you need to get done that day. It could be a subtask of a bigger task. Like if you want to read a book of 200 pages, you could say like, today I need to read 25 pages. Very often it's something like, for me it's go running today, get my accountancy back in shape, start that project, make sure, the website is fixed, stuff like that. So it could be anything. But if you just, of all the things you need to do, if you pick one highlight, it will give you more joy, because you have the feeling you accomplished something. There's nothing worse than working very hard all day long, and then in the evening feel like I haven't done anything or I haven't accomplished anything.
Yeah.
So that was a good one. I also apply now.
Yeah, I definitely feel just like planning out your day, maybe that's just me, but like planning out your day beforehand also really helps in accomplishing things. Because if you don't, maybe some people are really good at it, but if I don't write stuff down to do, like literally, then and my brain is just overflowing with stuff that I can do or want to do at some point during the day. So planning in general, I think, just helps. But I mean, work kind of forces you to do that as well. So
Yeah, but I mean, life is more than work, right? So
yeah, definitely. But actually
so
now I also do it in my calendar for my spare time. So for example, for this
okay.
podcast and then preparation for the podcast and for other stuff on the YouTube channel, I try to plan it out a little bit because if I don't do it, and